So BLM and Antifa spend 6 months, at least more like 8 months, robbing, burning, and killing people from sea to shining sea. Their crimes will largely be excused. We as a society no longer understand the meaning of the word justice. The left, of course, there are lots of things that the left does not understand. But many on the right as well do not understand the meaning of the word justice. Justice is a moral quality or habit which perfects the will and inclines it to render to each and to all what belongs to them. In layman's terms, this means getting what you deserve without favor. It is one of the cardinal virtues. It's the most important of the 4 cardinal virtues. And because justice is so important to the way that we understand ourselves and society, cultural revolutionaries who want to upend our traditional society want to redefine justice to mean its very opposite. They want to redefine justice to mean getting what you do not deserve because you are favored, or being deprived of something that you do deserve because you are disfavored. Very different than getting what you deserve without favor. According to this new theory of justice, which in fact is injustice, the way to figure out the proper punishment for a crime is to look not at the crime itself, but at the appearance of the criminal, the characteristics, the race, the sex, maybe the political affiliation. That probably doesn't hurt too much either. So BLM and Antifa spend 6 months, at least more like 8 months, robbing, burning, and killing people from sea to shining sea. Their crimes will largely be excused. They will largely be swept under the rug. What was it? It wasn't a crime. It wasn't riot and rape and burglary and murder. What was it? A mostly peaceful protest, of course. We know, we all watch CNN. That's how we know that. In the Bronx and Manhattan, most BLM rioters who were arrested last year have had their charges greatly reduced when they weren't thrown out altogether. Meanwhile, right-wing demonstrators who entered the Capitol in January, burning nothing, killing no one, stealing nothing with the exception of that one guy who posed for a photograph with Nancy Pelosi's lectern. We all remember it. It was funny, but it wasn't nice. These people have had the book thrown at them, even though their crimes were nowhere near as grave as the crimes of BLM and Antifa. Their crimes were treated much more seriously. According to the left, BLM and Antifa are the good guys. Trump supporters, anyone really to the right of Hillary Clinton, they are the devil incarnate. Doesn't matter if they went to the Capitol or not. They are the bad guys. And the details of their actual transgressions just don't really matter. When the left thinks about criminal justice reform, it begins by looking at the personal attributes of the people in prison. There are too many of this type of person. There's not enough of that type of person. Such and such type of person, they say, is overrepresented in the prisons vis-a-vis their population, their representation in the broader population. Of course, this sort of thinking gets the issue backwards. A coherent view of criminal justice would not begin with the appearance of the prisoners, but with the crimes that got them thrown in the slammer in the first place. But the left's backward view of criminal justice goes even deeper than their typically crass racial and sexual narratives. It expresses a misunderstanding of the purposes of criminal justice, of which there are 5. Retribution, restitution, incapacitation, deterrence, and rehabilitation. Those are the 5. Of these 5, our morally impoverished society today seems only to recognize the last one. Rehabilitation, that is all the rage. We think that the primary, frankly, we think the only justification and purpose of punishment is to rehabilitate criminals.